Hello, boys and girls, dogs, cats, any species that is watching, anyone who's watching this video. Hi. So today I was thinking about the fact that I haven't made a video where I'm just like, sitting down. All my videos have been somewhat active or just like moving around or like a vlog, which don't get me wrong, like I love making those and they're lots of fun. But I decided that I want to make a sitting down video because, so this video is about state championship in track and field, the sport I happen to do. I love track. I think track is a great sport for anyone. It's versatile, it's fun, it's also really competitive, and it's just like a good, like track, my coach always says track is a metaphor of life, which is very true because like it is, like, you gotta finish the race, you gotta finish life. Honestly, that's basically what this video is going to be about. It's just going to be me talking about my state championship experiences from freshman year to junior year because I'm going into my senior year, so I can't talk about that yet, obviously, because it hasn't happened. So I'm just going to be talking about my freshman year to junior year, worst and best experiences, and just states and just advice for states. Because if you are a competitive track athlete, you obviously want to get to that point and go to states, which is great because states is fun, but it's also really competitive, especially in my state. I live in the state of Virginia, so it's pretty intense here. If you're a track athlete from or in the state of Virginia, like, girl. But yeah, so let's just get right into the video. I'm going to start with freshman year. So freshman year was, okay, everyone says, like, I might make a high school freshman advice video, but like everyone says freshman year is like the worst and like they hate it freshman year and like blah blah blah, but freshman year for me was awesome. I freaking love freshman year. I look back at freshman year pictures and like obviously I look different. Yeah, obviously I look different, but looking back at my freshman year pictures, like it's good memories and like there's nothing terribly bad that happened freshman year that like makes me like not want to think about freshman year. It was great for me, and it was great for me in track too. Like I was not really known, and so I came out of nowhere and just like started putting out these times, and everyone was just like, whoa, who's that? And they called me like the freshman phenom, which is kind of cool because like I was just like, oh, it's just little old me running a 400, but like I was pretty good. I made past conference, then I made past regionals, so then from regionals I go to states, and then but all my times already qualified for states and nationals, so I knew I was going to nationals. So I qualified for states. So I qualified for states in 300 and the 500 in long jump, I believe. And I don't know. I don't think I jumped freshman year. My coach was he's always really cautious, and so freshman year, I think he just didn't want me to, or I just wasn't ready to. I wasn't like mentally prepared for all that because there was a lot of events and a lot of pack time in this stadium. It's tiny freaking Boo Williams Sports Complex. And so I ran the 3. Did I run the 5? No, okay, I think it was because I was a freshman. I wasn't ready to double events, so I just went in there saying like I'm gonna do the 300, and I think a relay. No, I didn't do a relay. Yeah, just a 3. So I did the 300, and I've been practicing really hard at practice. I've been getting ready for this moment, and I've been doing good, dropping like good times in the 300. I really don't remember my freshman times in the 300. It might have been like, I don't know if I broke 39, or I don't know if I broke 40 freshman year. I don't know if I have. I think I ran a 39 freshman year. Yeah, 39. I don't know. I was really, really scared, like really nervous. Like, and from 8th grade year to freshman year, I would like cry before big meets because I was like freaking myself out, just because it's just like I was this little girl and there's like seniors that are gonna go to college to run, and I'm just like this legit 15-year-old freaking out. So like I was really nervous, but then I started to do it, and I just like realized it's like you're gonna be nervous, but like nerves help. Nerves are adrenaline. I was running the 300 and I won. It was crazy. So I won against this girl. I'm not gonna name her name because I don't know if I should or not, but she was a senior and she was a junior and I was a freshman, and she was really good. Like, she still is really good. And I keep running against her in sophomore year too, so I see her a lot. And I beat her freshman year, and like, or maybe she was a sophomore. No, she was a junior. But I beat her, and everyone was like really shocked. They were just like, whoa, this girl came out of nowhere and beat her and she's a freshman. And I was just that shocked. Like, I was like, whoa, I did that. I didn't even know how big of a deal it was. Like, I was just like, oh yeah, I won, woohoo. And my dad was like, you just won states, you won against one of the greatest competitors, you're gonna have a state championship ring. And I was like, this is my ring from freshman year, and it says on this side, it says Godwin 5A 2016, and then it says state champion, and then like the G for Godwin, and then my name, and then 300 meters on the side. So like it looks like this, and it's really small and cute, and I like it. I think it's like humbling for my freshman year, just like, you know, not having that big like crazy like bulky ring for my freshman year championship. So like that's it. I think it's good. I think it's beautiful, and I love it, and it's great because it's like my first one I ever got. And fun fact, I actually left this ring in the Publix bathroom, and some guy found it and brought it to me at school in like a Ziploc baggie, and he just like walked by me in the hallway, and he was like, Britton Wilson, and I was like, yeah, and he was like, here's your ring, and I was just like, ah, because I literally didn't know where it was. Anyways, so yeah, I won, and it was just, I think freshman year for me was just hard work and having fun. Like, I think I was just a genuine like happy, you know, just like carefree person, because my classes were easy, my transition from middle school to high school was easy, like everything was just kind of easy. And track, and that like showed on the track too, like I wasn't really stressing out or anything, and I think I just like pushed myself in a good way. So moving on to freshman year outdoor, I lost the I think it was the 4. I don't think I ran the 2. I think I just ran the 4. I swear, I have short-term memory loss. I'm not even kidding. Like, I forget stuff really easily, and I really don't remember what I did freshman year, like, in the outdoor season. Like, I was thinking about it, and it's because I didn't win, which is why I don't remember it. Like, I got runner-up, which is why it doesn't stick that much, because I prefer to win. Obviously, who doesn't? But I'm pretty sure I just ran the 4, and I didn't win that. It was against the same girl that I beat in freshman indoor in the 300. So like me beating her was like her push, you know, work harder. I mean, she doesn't have to work harder, no shade, she's like a great athlete, but like I think it was just, you know, pushed her, and it pushed me as well, because like she pushed harder because she didn't want to get beat, but I pushed harder because I didn't want to get beat. So we were both pushing each other, which is a really healthy competitive relationship for track and field. And I love having people like that are just like push you to get better, but you're also pushing them at the same time, which is why I run with the guys at practice. Like, I run in the boys group, not the girls group. No shade against my girls. The guys, like, they don't want me, the girl, to beat them, but I really want to beat them. So like, we're pushing each other, you know? So we're both getting better. And so she beat me in the 400. I don't think I ran anything else, and I'm pretty sure I didn't long jump, but it was a really good race. It was difficult. It was my first like really fast outdoor. For like in 8th grade I ran under a minute, but like it was kind of just like literally in 8th grade I didn't have any technique, I didn't have any race plan, I just ran. And then I come across the line and my coach is freaking out, and I was like, what? And he was like, you just ran 57. And I was like, okay. Like, I was just like, oh, nice. But my legs were burning. So I lost freshman year in outdoor, and then that was also a wake-up call for me to like, you know, work harder, warm up, because I want this 400 title really badly. Like, I wanted to get it. I was like, I liked the 400, and that was just what I wanted to do. Like, one of my biggest goals before my high school season was to get the 400 outdoor state championship, and now it's to get the 400 record, which is held by the girl that I beat freshman year. So like, she, as I said, she's really awesome, and like, she was the reason I've gotten better, and I think I also pushed her to get better. Like, you know, you see what I'm saying? Moving on to sophomore year. Girl, sophomore year, I can't think of the analogy I want to use, but it wasn't good. So at indoor states my sophomore year, I was scheduled to do a double, and my coach was like, you're ready, try to do the 3 and the 5, go out there, you can probably win both. And I was like, thank you, I'm excited. And he gave me a lot of confidence. Like, I was ready. Like, I was like, you know, gonna run this 5, gonna run this 3. All right, to sum it up, sophomore year, indoor season, I almost missed my 500, and I lost, and then I lost the 300. We had a new coach. I'm not gonna blame this on him, because it wasn't his fault, and it wasn't my fault. It wasn't really anyone's fault. It was just the timing was off. And basically we were warming up outside, because at Boo, like, you can't really warm up on the track during the events, because the track is like, it's literally the track, and then around it is where the people sit and the long jump pit. So like, there's no room for like, there's not like really like a warm-up center, and then there's a basketball court, which is where everyone puts their stuff. So like, you can't really warm up there. I mean, you can, but like, I prefer to warm up outside. because it's spacious and you get fresh air. So I was warming up outside with my newer coach, and we were doing like leg drills and just like speed drills, stuff that I don't really usually do during my warm-up, but like I trusted him and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna do these new warm-ups because I obviously want to win. And it wasn't that him or what he was telling me to do was what messed everything up. It was that we didn't know what time it was and what time I was supposed to be back. And so I started getting like anxious. I was just like, maybe I should go back in. And he was like, yeah, okay. So like we knock on the garage door that like there's like a garage door that goes into the gym, and then from the gym is the track. And so I knocked on that door and no one came, so I was like, guess I have to walk around, which of course took longer. And so I'm walking around taking my time because I thought I had time, and my coach was like, yeah, we have time, you're good. And so I wasn't freaking out, but like I started to get like that feeling, like I was just like, maybe I should be back in there, they're probably calling us. And I get in there and my dad comes running into the gym, like full speed, Usain running into the gym, and he was like,
you are gonna miss your race. They are on the line. They have everyone lined up. You are heat 5. They are in heat 3. Get out there!
And I was freaking out. I almost started crying, but then I was like, girl, don't be a punk, suck it up. So I didn't cry, but I was stressed out. I was so stressed out, and I was like running, putting my spikes on, sitting. Everyone in the audience was wondering where I was, and like my mom was freaking out, my dad was freaking out, my coach was freaking out. I get there and I was just like flabbergasted. So I wasn't really thinking my race plan. I wasn't thinking anything really. I was just like, oh, good thing I made it in time, but I'm still freaking out. And so I run the race, the gun goes off, and I'm literally like strolling, taking my time. I'm in front of everyone, but I'm just like strolling, and I'm not thinking about anything except for like how stressed out I was. And so like I didn't hear anything around me. I couldn't hear my coach yelling, I couldn't hear my mom yelling. I'm just running, taking my time. And next thing you know, it's like it's the 500, so we start. Well, I can't really explain it because I don't have a track, but like we start here and then we run around and then we run around and then we finish. And so like I'm on like the bell lap, which means the last lap, and I'm still just taking my time, having this nice little like, I'm running hard and I'm running fast and I'm trying, but like I'm not pushing myself because I wasn't thinking about my competition. I was just thinking about finishing this and getting to the 300. And so, you know, I wasn't really thinking about that race. And so I'm chilling, running, and the next thing you know, this girl from another school, who I'm also not gonna name, but she's awesome. If you're watching this, girl, she comes right behind me and just finishes and beats me up. Like, she beats me up. Finishes and beats me at the last second. Like, she was running really hard. She had a great finish, and she just comes right behind me. And I like tried to fight her off because I heard her right at the last second, but it was too late because like the moment I snapped back and heard everyone screaming and just like heard her coming behind me, the finish line was like right there. So like she beat me, and I cried so much. But then I was just like, suck it up, you have the 300 to run. So like I sucked it up and I just tried to like compose myself. 300, I was prepared somewhat, like I knew my race plan, but I just didn't get out because I was so upset about what happened earlier, and it was all mental that day. Like, it was all mental, and I ran slower than I have in the past time. I got second. I got second, and like I just didn't get out the blocks, and I was just kind of chilling again just because I was so upset. It was literally just a whole mental thing. Like, it was bad. And I kid you not, I went home, I cried the whole way home. I had this one song over on repeat, just playing. It wasn't a sad song, it was just a song that like didn't make me cry more, but it also made me cry. I cried the whole way home. Then I got home, got in bed, cried some more. Like, I was really upset. Just because, like, you know, you only get one state championship for that year. Like, I can't go back and do another sophomore year state championship. That was my only time to do that. And so, like, it was the fact that, like, I've been working so hard for that time, and then I screwed it up. And I didn't get to do what I wanted to do. But, you know, it was literally just a mental thing, and, like, that was a big lesson for me. Like, I gotta, knowing going forward, like, I need to stop making things so mental and just do what I know I can do on the track, which I've gotten better at doing. And also, okay, because of what happened in the 500, I literally have such bad paranoia at meets, like, when it comes to not being where I can hear what's happening. Like, when we have a relay or something and the other girls are like, let's go to the bathroom before the race, and I'm just like, okay, let's go. And so, like, we go, and then they're just in there using the bathroom, and I start freaking out, and they're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, we need to go. And they're like, we have 30 minutes. And I'm like, I don't care. I feel like we've been in here for 30 minutes. We need to go before we miss our race. and then we get out there and they're not even close to starting our race. But like I get paranoid now. Like nowadays I get so paranoid if I can't hear the announcer and if I can't hear what race is happening, I will get so paranoid that I'm gonna miss it. Like it's a thing. My biggest advice for that, or just like in general when it comes to big meets, is pay attention, know when your race is, know when you're supposed to warm up, how long you have to warm up, how long you have till your race to the next race, and so on. And make sure you know the announcer, like, well, not know him personally, like, but like know where he is, know what he's saying, have a schedule, have a time, like just pay attention, be aware, know what's happening. Sophomore outdoor, another great story. Before this channel was a thing, the first thing that would come up on YouTube is this race that I'm about to talk about, and it would be titled, on YouTube it's titled like Tasty Race or something like that. I personally don't think it was very tasty. It was the 400 in this race, and we start the blocks off and I get out slow. Like my time, so my coach basically splits up my 400 like race plan, and my first 200 in the 400 was 26, which is, I've never really run a good, like my good times, I've never hit a 26 in the middle of the 4. And so that's when my coach basically knew, like, she's either got to work really hard on this last section or she's just not going to do what she wants to do. And I realized it like after that I was like still behind. I was like, oh crap, I need to work harder. I want to win this really bad. I want to do what I know I can do. And so I just started pushing and pushing and pushing. And the girl in front of me is the same girl I was talking about from freshman year that beat me and blah, blah, blah. She's awesome. This is like the last like 100 meters. I'm literally pushing so hard because I see her and she's right in front of me. And then at one point we get neck and neck, like we're right next to each other and I can see her next to me, but then she like pulls forward a little. So I start trying to pull forward. And I guess it was just the amount of like just pressure that like everyone's just yelling because it's an intense race. So it was a good race to watch. And then it's like I see her next to me and I see the finish line and it's just all right there, that like I just started pushing myself and leaning and breaking form. And then when I started leaning, I fell. I'll insert a clip. But I fall and my legs go over my head. My body like pretzels. I pretzel. Keep in mind, it was a very hot day. The track was very hot. Everyone was there because, you know, 5A state in Virginia is just a great thing. Like, it's a big deal here. I also, I'll add a clip of this, but I crawl over the finish line after I fall because I fell and I knew I fell. And the first thing that thinks in my mind is like, well, I didn't finish the race yet. So I get up and I crawl over the finish line. And then I flop back down and I just started crying on the track because I'm a crybaby and it hurt and it was hot and I just wanted to win it, and it was just so many emotions. And so the girl, my competitor's mom, helped me up, which was really nice. And if she's watching this, thank you. That was such a great moment. She helped me up. And then my coach came, my dad came, my mom came, and they were just like helping me. My shoulder was like it hadn't started bleeding yet. That's how badly skinned it was. Like it was just like skin. Like it was just, well, there wasn't skin, it was just like flesh. Honestly, I was crying more that I didn't win. Like I was crying more that I didn't PR or I didn't win more than the fall hurt. That sentence didn't make sense. Everything was sad. I was really sad. And so I was just sitting under the tent, and one of my friends was helping me like feel better, and I was still just crying. Like I couldn't pull myself together. And then I thought about it more, and I was just like, look, I still have the 200 due. I can pull out of this 200 and be the person that quit, or I can run this 200 and win or lose, I can still say I tried. And so that's what I told my dad. He was just like, it's up to you. You don't have to do it. And I was like, Dad, I want to run the 2. So like I was physically okay. Like there was no broken bones. I could still run. I was just upset. So I ran in the 200 and I won. It was really great. Like I won, and it was just a great moment. Like my dad almost cried. My mom was crying. My coach was like so proud of me, and everyone just like, it made me really happy because everyone was proud of me. It showed me that like I know I can push through when there's something that like something mental or something physical that just like hurt me, that I know I can push through it. And that if I like, you know, if you want something bad enough, you're gonna go do it. And that's something you definitely gotta have in track and field. Like you gotta want it. Like you gotta be able to, actually that goes for any sport, like football, soccer, gymnastics, any of those things. You gotta want you gotta have the drive to be successful. Here's the scarf you want to see. It's I don't know, it's not really a thing anymore. Like, it's kind of just like, it's just kind of a scar now, but like this like bump grew on it because I think because of being out in the sun and I wear tank tops a lot, but it doesn't hurt anymore. And then the thing on my face kind of went away. It's just like a little bruise, or not a bruise, it's just like a little scar, but it's kind of gone now. It faded. And my knees are still ugly. They're scratched up and scarred, but it's fine. You know, track wounds, it be like that. This is the ring for that race. So this is my sophomore ring. And this one is obviously bigger than the other one. I don't know why there's such a size difference, but like, I like them both. I love this big one and I love this small one. Like, I think they're both awesome. That was basically sophomore year, and that was basically like the hardest track season. Not like school and mental and everything season, because that was definitely junior year, but sophomore year was just my hardest track season because I didn't do good at states sophomore year, or indoor, didn't do good at states indoor, and then I fell outdoor, but I still came back and won the two. So like, it all just kind of went full circle and ended up where I wanted to be and where I knew I could be, which led me to being, you know, just like happy and excited to go to my next phase of my life. Moving on to junior year, indoor. So this year, when I said before that this was the hardest mental year, it was, and it was just the hardest, like, everything just kind of year. But track, it went fine. Like, I feel like track season was all right. Indoor, I won both events I did, so I doubled again because I didn't get to do what I wanted to do in sophomore year to double, so I did the same thing junior year. So I did the 3 and the 5, and I won both. Basically, I'm not even going to go into detail because this is not a story time video, and this is not really a story that I just want to be putting out there because it's not like a thing anymore. Like, it's just not something I even want to like bring up. There were people on my team that just messed things up. Things didn't end well, and it just led to the hotel room not being good. Like, people didn't get sleep and blah. Not even gonna go into it. But side note, besides all the stuff that was happening with my teammates in the hotel, I was in a hotel room with my teammate Julie and Nia, and down the hall, like, there was these 4 guys smoking marijuana, very, like, openly. They were just smoking. They had blasting trap music on, like they were having a party. And I was so tempted to knock on the door and be like, "Hi, I have a track meet tomorrow. Could you just like turn the music down and stop smoking?" But it was crazy. Like, I was just like, y'all are really out here smoking in a hotel, like a non-smoking hotel, and you're not even smoking cigarettes. That was that. Like, the hotel experience was just bad, and everything was just kind of bad. But like, I knew, I was just like, look, I'm not gonna let this ruin my state championship because I worked hard for this stuff. So I came out there and I did what I had to do, and I won both the 3 and the 5, and that was a really great moment for me. Like, I got interviewed, and like, the questions they asked were, they were just like, how did it feel to like do what you couldn't do last year? And well, they didn't word it like that, but like, that's basically what they were implying. And I was like, well, you know, it was hard, but I worked hard enough, and I'm glad I got to this point because I wanted to do it, and I wanted to basically redeem myself from last year. Lastly, to finish off this video, I'm going to be talking about my junior year outdoor state championships. Like, if you follow my Instagram, you will know, and if you follow my Twitter, you'll probably know, and I can probably insert a picture, or maybe I'll make it as a thumbnail. I don't know. I had this really bad cough and this cold and all these like allergy things. My mom had bronchitis, so like, I was basically sure on the fact that I had bronchitis. Moral of the story, my mom had bronchitis. I thought I had bronchitis, so I made my cough worse by thinking I had bronchitis. And so I don't know if I actually did. I probably did, honestly, because my cough sounded like bronchitis, but it was really bad. And so I got pulled out of regionals because I had that cough and I was just not feeling good. And so then I was like, literally, I was feeling better, my cough went away, my voice came back, and I was ready for states. And so Thursday. A day before I leave for states, I was supposed to leave and run the prelims. And so, a day before this happened, this all happened on Thursday, I was feeling weird, and so I ran up, I was eating dinner, and I was just like, ow, my stomach hurts, so I ran upstairs, and I ran to the bathroom, and like, everything in my stomach just like twisted and turned, and I was just like, what the heck is happening? Like, this is not just me eating something bad. And I thought it was for a while. I was like, maybe I had bad vegetables at dinner, but like, literally every like 25 minutes I would have to run to the bathroom again, and like, it was just coming out from the bottom, coming out from the top, like, it was just So we went to the doctor and she was so mellow and like chill, and like she was just like, yeah, you have a stomach bug. And I was just like, she was really nice, but like she played it off just like, oh yeah, don't run at your track meet, go home, get rest. And I was like, girl, this is States, I can't not run. Friday morning we had this thing where my friends, we all had breakfast at another girl's house, and I was feeling like sick. I didn't eat anything. I had apple juice and that was it, because I was just like, nope, my stomach hurts, I can't eat this. And I wasn't eating solid food the whole week. I was literally eating, like, I would eat rice occasionally because that was the only thing I could stomach, and sometimes I tried to eat toast, but that didn't work well. So I was literally just drinking Gatorade and water, and that was all I was eating. And I lost a lot of weight too. I lost like 8 pounds because I wasn't eating and I couldn't eat. And so I get to school and I go to chorus first block, and I've done that every year in the past. During the morning announcements, I asked Corinne, who's a student director of chorus, so like she can write passes and like let us leave if we have to. She's like helps the teacher out, and she's also my best friend. And so I was like, Corinne, I gotta go. And so she was like, okay, go to the bathroom. And in the bathroom, I literally died. I'll insert like a picture of what I posted on my Instagram story. I was like, someone please tell the nurse to come to the bathroom in the Spanish hall because I am dying. And my friend Molly, bless your soul, she's in my vlog, go watch it, but she got the nurse to come get me, and the nurse walked in and she was like, Britton, honey, are you in here? And I think she brought me a bucket, and I walked down the hall with a bucket because I thought I was gonna be sick and I thought I was gonna pass out. Like, everything was just bad. My stomach hurt, my head hurt, and I was like emotional, like I was crying. And so I was laying down in the clinic waiting for my mom to come get me, and so I had to leave school early because I was really sick. And so we get in the car, and on the way there we pick up my medication to help the stomach bug and help like my nausea, and I still couldn't eat solid food. And so I was taking the medicine and I was still feeling kind of sick, but like, so we arrived there. It's like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hour drive, I don't know. And so I get there and I was just like, I don't feel good, but I don't feel horrible. And I started warming up, and my coach was like, just take a slow warm up, just, you know, relax, warm up fully, but just calm down, don't stress yourself out. And I was like, okay. And literally like every 5 minutes during the warm up, I'd have to run to the bathroom and then come back and finish warming up. But I still did it, and I won the 400, and I PR'd my whole freaking outdoor season. I've been running 54s, and yeah, just low 54s, and 54s. I wanted to break that 53 mark so badly, and I never did. But then the day I have a freaking stomach bug, I run a 53. Didn't feel bad during running, but the second I stopped running, everything came flooding back. Like, literally during one of my interviews, I was like squatting down, holding my stomach, because I was answering questions, and I was just like, yeah, like I was dying. But I got back and I ran the 200 because I was just like, well, I already did the 4, might as well see if I can do the 2. And I won that too. Like, it was just great. Like, that just showed me like I can push myself, and I know if I want it bad enough, I can go get it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was just fun for me to make, just talk about my experience, and hopefully it can help you guys, anyone that wants to go to States for track and field, like learn from my mistakes and just take my advice, and, you know, just girl, go out there, or boy, go out there and push yourself. Like, you know, like, you have one chance to go on this track or field or court or floor, mat, anything. You have this one chance to go out there and show people what you can do. Like, take that chance. If you're not feeling well, like, I mean, if you're really not feeling well, then yeah. But like, if it's something that you can get up and walk and you're okay, you just don't feel like your best, still try, because you never know what you can do. If you want more videos like this, let me know, because I don't know, this is my first like sitting down video. So if you want more videos like this, just let me know and I will make more. But I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye.